About to get started here. All right. Hello. Welcome. So I'm trying to remember what I was doing last on Thursday. I know I did a short stream. Oh yeah, I started working on stuff for the treasure chest. I think I'm gonna go back and mess with the animations a little bit more so I can get picking up and throwing working slightly better before I move on to the treasure chest stuff. So I'm going to need to add an animation tree. And let's see. So I'm going to Alright, so this is going to be animations. And in here, we're going to have let's see. That's a blend space. I don't think I want a blend space. I think I want a blend tree. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna have let's see. Assign the animation player so we can get access to the animations. Alright, so for now, we're just gonna have idle plug directly into the output. I looked into how to do this a little bit over the weekend. Alright, so we want blend. Okay, so we'll have a blend 2, and this will blend our idle, and then we'll have another blend 2 with 2 animations. This will be walk and Okay, so I need to, this needs to cap at 1. I don't know why it went crazy before. Alright, so that's locomotion. So I'll call this locomotion. And then inside of locomotion, we're gonna have another blend to, no, not a blend to, an add to. And it's going to add our hold item. Why isn't that working now? Oh, did I? Alright. Why is this not playing? Oh, okay, so it's so I need enable filtering, and then we only want the arms. Just skip over that. Okay. There we go. Okay, I think we need to completely override the arms on the walk and the run. How does that work? Let's see. Maybe I just want to blend too, and set the filters back up. Yeah, that seems right. This is gonna be run. This is hold. Cool. And then we want think we want to have roll. Now we can have a transition to the roll and then transition back. Ooh. I think we need to actually transition. All right. Okay, so yeah, I can set a condition for roll. Or actually, let's see. Let's delete these transitions. Delete this node. I think there's a way in here we can have a one shot. That might not be what we want. What if I also, in this filter, what if we also do like chest, neck, head? Or maybe just neck and head. Probably change this to a blend 3. So we have walk, run. So we have -1. There's not a way to change the settings on this, is there? Actually, we could make this a, I think this is a blend space 1D, I think is what we want here. So if we go in here, so we'll set this one to 0 and this one to 2. And how do I add animations to this? Create points, add animation, idle. We set it at 0. Then we add that's annoying. Walk and then run. So now this will just be speed, and then now we just have to set that one value, and that will handle all of those. And then let's see. Then we can add another, we can add our throw animation here. Here we'll edit this condition through, and this we can transition back. So we do want this one. Wait. So this is immediate. this one we want immediate. And then we want this one to be at the end. There we go. And this one we want. Oh, okay, I see. This one we want the condition to be throw. Same with roll, we want this to be at the end. I think maybe we want to do this outside of the blend tree as well. So then we can do let's see, fall, jump, and land. So here we'll add a transition here. This should not be at end, this should be immediate. So this, we need a trigger, we'll call it jump. We'll also have one that goes here, so I have a trigger called fall. Also one from jump to fall. This one will be at end. And then one that goes here. This one for the land. And then then this one, and we go back. So this is pretty similar to how I set up my animation stuff in Unity normally. Alright, so we definitely want access by unique name set on that animation tree. Oh yeah, we also, let's see. We want up here. We want pick up and put down. And also open chest. So here, let's see, make a transition to pickup. This is immediate. This is pickup. And this transitions back at the end. This one, immediate, let's put down, and here, this is open chest, and then we're gonna add another transition back, but this is not gonna be at end. This is gonna be a switch for open chest. Oh yeah, and then we also want a die one. Die does not switch back to anything. All right, so let's see, anywhere where we're setting the animations, which I think is mostly in the state machine stuff. so we're just gonna comment out anything. And then instead of referencing the animation player, we'll say animation tree dot let's see, how do we do this again? So it's dot set and then parameters. Right, how do we? Condition. Okay, so it's here we can say an update we can say animation tree set Hi Eli, how's it going? I'm working on animation tree stuff. I had just been using an animation player for my character, but I got to a point where I needed to combine animations together. So I made an animation tree, and I'm figuring out how to get that hooked up. So I have, yeah, it's like a blend tree. Well, it's like an animation state machine, but I have a blend tree inside of it. Actually, 2 blend trees. So I have this one that's like my locomotion amount. So like, if I set it to 1, it'll play my walk animation. If I set it to 2, it'll play my run animation. But then I also have this blend, so if I'm holding an item, it can blend my hold animation with my movement. It's a little jank. I think I might also need to include spine. Let's see. It's a little funny. Maybe hips too. Hey Schnoo, how's it going? Welcome to my stream. I'm working on animations for my my Wind Waker Master Study game. So I'm trying to recreate the mechanics and look of Wind Waker in Godot. Thank you. I actually have a redeem. I think it should be working, I'm not sure, to make me even floofier. If it doesn't work, poo, it didn't work. Anyway, I can trigger it manually if you want to see the floof. Floof. Big floof. Yeah, I updated Twitch Mata, and I don't know if it re-authenticated everything properly. Yeah, I don't need to see. Alright, let's see if that works. Godot doesn't like it when you save when the game's running. I have found. Alright, what is not like about this? Expecting a close parentheses. Oh. There we go. Now I save. Now I run. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, silly Godot. So yeah, I just kind of scuffed a bunch of stuff because I'm changing the way animations work. But yeah, you can throw pots, you can collect rupees, you can take out bombs and throw them, and the bombs can and will throw you up, blow you up. I should make the bombs blow each other up too. You can open treasure chests. Oh, that's not fully busted, but slightly busted. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so I've been streaming this whole process. So I have a big backlog of stuff on my YouTube of VODs of my streams, because this is part 35. Been working on this for a while, but I only stream for a couple hours a week, so yeah. Yeah, last week I started making it so items that you collect from chests have like their own sort of like little database, so I can tell a chest what it should have in it. So like, let's see. So this chest here, maybe. This one's supposed to have a sword in it. And it will eventually have like a text box that says you found the sword, and it will hold this above his head and it'll spin. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into making video games, surprisingly. They're complicated. But yeah, I've also I've tried to keep all my development to like free and open source tools that I'm using. So all the models are done in Blender. The textures and sprites and stuff were either done in Krita or Inkscape. And the UI was all done in Inkscape as well. Keep it accessible, because free and open source stuff is cool. But yeah, I've been learning a lot. This is my like first serious project in Godot. I've mostly done stuff in Unity in the past, but let's see. I'll show you some of the games that I've worked on in the past. You might have seen or heard of them. So I used to work for Alchemy Labs. So I worked on these VR games. I didn't work on Discourse, but I worked on Job Simulator, Rick and Morty VR, Vacation Simulator, and a little bit on Cosmonious High. I still haven't actually played it because it came out after I stopped working there. But yeah, I did a lot of work on Rick and Morty VR. So you can kind of see some of my influences in my in some of the VTuber stuff that I have planned from working in VR. So I'm doing my tracking for my my VTuber using a Kinect. Did that actually work? Yeah. So like, hello. I made my own custom VTubing app using the Kinect for my tracking. It's actually pretty cool because it can do face and body tracking. The face tracking doesn't work super well, but it works a little bit. Like my head feathers are controlled by my eyebrows. But I can like point and stuff. I need to make some improvements to the face tracking at some point. But I think I might port the whole thing over to Godot. Yeah. But yeah, I found some cool stuff with like I have different blended animations I can do, so I can be playing a game, or I can be typing on my keyboard, or I can have a sword and shield. I also have some hats that I can wear too, so I have a Link hat, and I made a Santa hat for the holidays. Yeah. I'd love to have these toggles set on my my stream deck too. That'd be neat. But right now, I have a. I don't know if you can see it if I go to my. It's like slightly off screen. You can see it here if I have both of them up, but I just have like buttons that I can press. I have different panels of buttons. But by keeping them slightly off screen, I could keep the illusion. But I would love to have like a full environment I can run around in and stuff. Full VPO. But I got a little bit burnt out working on the Kinect stuff, so I switched gears to work on the Wind Waker inspired thingy. So yeah, I'm relearning how to trigger different animations from the animation tree instead of directly playing them. So the animation tree is this complex beast. So I want to default this to 0. Yeah. It's also been hard because I have been getting really into Mordheim, and it's been consuming a lot of my brain, and all I want to do is think about miniatures and terrain I want to make for Mordheim instead of actually working on stuff I need to work on. I want to make little guys and move them around. Alright, so here, my roll animation. Oh, that's run. Roll. Yeah, being silly is fun. Alright. So instead of that, we say animation tree dot set parameters. Roll. Yeah, remember, fun. Alright, why doesn't it like that? I guess I can just say travel and then the name of the state. Yeah, I had to remind myself a lot when I was working on Vacation Simulator that games are supposed to be fun, and working on them should also be fun, hopefully. Alright. I know, right? It was surprisingly stressful. I don't want to badmouth too much, but I did not have a fun and relaxing time on a lot of that game. I did have a fun and relaxing time on some of it, but there were parts that really burned me out. Let's jump. Yep. Yeah, that is one of those things about working for a game company is like they want to actually make money, and so at some point they have to release the game, which means they have to tell people when the game is coming, and then they have to be like, oh, yeah, we have to finish the game by the time we said it would be out, don't we? Oops. Yeah, it's also one of those things too where the last 10% of the game is 90% of the work. And there's so many just like stupid little things that break. This is... Yeah, that's... I think one of the things too is like, with games, a lot of the times you're reinventing the wheel. Even like from game to game, like the mechanics for Job Simulator and Rick and Morty and Vacation Simulator were all pretty similar, but we redid so much stuff. And all the art. I don't think any of the art carried over from one game to another. Alright, we are about to have ads, just a heads up. Open chest. Yeah. And it's always hard too when you like put a lot of work into stuff that gets cut. It's not everything can make it into the game. Yep. Alright, ads are starting. See you in a couple minutes. Yeah. Then let's see. think that's what I want. And then let's see. All right, welcome back from the ads. Thank you for watching them. Hold blend amount. Let me set that to 1. Put down I know a lot of this stuff is gonna be real busted. I think I forgot to comment out this as well. Put down, set, this will be, set to 1, and then we also want animation tree set. Excuse me. So I think it's gonna get stuck in a pickup state. Where is this? Where are you? Ah. Nope. Dang it. All We fallen. We stuck in the wrong state. Alright. Here is where we need animation tree dot set land 1. Hi Vobaka, how's it going? Working on animation stuff today, or animation code. Okay, I'm constantly landing. Why is that? I'm stuck picking up. Weird. Okay, yeah, stuck in the pickup state. Alright. Oh, that stinks. Get well. Glad you're overall doing well. Get well soon. Get some rest. Eat some soup. Drink lots of water. Land. Oh, I think I need to set all of these to break loop at the end. Good. Soup is good. Break loop. Just gotta set all of these to break loop. Hopefully that works, because none of these should be looping. Oh, I see. So I think by setting these to 1, it's like, okay. So I don't want to do set. I want to say animation tree dot what was it? Travel. So these, I'm looking at the documentation in case you're wondering what I'm doing. Okay. the destination animation is played back from the beginning. Yeah, that's what I want. True breaks the loop at the end of the loop cycle for transition, even if the animation is looping. Okay, so I think what's happening is I'm trying to treat these like triggers in Unity animations, which it's like a bool that it sets it true for one frame and then immediately sets it to false. But I think what's happening is these are not like that. It's just a bool, so I'm setting it to true and it's always true from that point on. Which is not what I want. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I set this to so if I set parameters land 1 and then immediately set it to 0. What happened? No, I'm still falling. Interesting. So auto advance. I'm probably doing something wrong in here. Custom text field that can become a variable name. Interesting. Don't care about root motion. feel like there should be something in the condition that would let you automatically reset it, like a trigger. Alright, so let's say dot ban. You saw nothing. Let's see. So this should be animations / land. That's annoying too. Nope, that just never plays. Weird. Wow, I found a recommendation where someone just says set it to one thing and then just yield a frame and then set it to something else. I hate that. That can't be right. I mean, it would work, but like that can't be the way that they expect you to do it, right? But I definitely remember when I was doing some stuff in Unity for VR, like having 3 yield return wait for end of frame in a row just to make sure. So let's set it to 1. That's 08. That's what they were saying in the answer thing, but and then so what I want to happen is so what I want to happen is anytime I set one of these conditions, because these are acting like triggers in the Unity sense of them as far as I want them to work. So it should enter this state, and then the condition should get set back to false. No, it does not. Yeah, I could see about setting them up as one-shots in here, but like I couldn't quite get that to work the way that I wanted to. And I don't know if there's a way to do one-shots in this. I guess I could look that up. Hi Rosie, how's it going? I'm fighting with animation trees in Godot. Okay, so yeah, so there is a one-shot parameter. So if I go back here, yeah, we have a whole squad today. Yeah, I'm looking here. So there's an animation node one-shot. I think animation nodes are part of the animation tree. Yeah, parameters, one-shot request. But I don't know how that works in here. Alright, have a good sleep, Razi. Get some rest. Rest is good. It's alright. I'm gonna have to wrap up in a bit as well, so. Night night, Razi. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay, let's, So we said, if we do parameters, land / request, and then we set it to animation node one shot request. Request fire. Alright, let's see if that works, because that is probably what I want. No. Oh, wait. I'm still doing that. Maybe. Yeah. Good catch. I was hoping that it would, okay. It did nothing. Let's just... Nope. So I think that one-shot thing only works if it's part of a, if it's part of the blend tree in here as a one-shot. But I don't think that's how I want it to work. Actually, let's I don't know that this is using an animation tree. No, I don't think it is. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to wrap it up there, unfortunately. I mean, I guess the only other thing I could do is like in the next state, reset all the triggers and stuff, but I'll do some research and hopefully I can fix that on Thursday. Yeah. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me while I work on this game. I'll find somebody for y'all to hang out with. Oh, okay, cool. CoreHawk just started, so I'm going to send you on over to Core. Have a great rest of your day. Have a good day on Wednesday. Hopefully I'll see you on Thursday. Let's get this raid going. Have a good rest of your week. Bye.